Hello and welcome back to the Babenbergs. We are currently feuding with the House of Formbeck, and we took a piece of their land last time. We took München here. Now they only have one piece of land left, which is Frontenhausen, and we would love to take that. However, we have a few issues. The first is we don't have a claim. Easily fixed. We can put our bishop to work fabricating a claim and we can get that land. The second issue is that we are currently very far down on our prestige. Now, it's not necessarily a huge issue because we can just take the fame penalty, move ourselves from established to whatever the one below it is, disgraced I think, and then that would allow us to declare the war. But I'd like to see if there's a way of fixing that, or if there's a way of doing something else that could help us along the way. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to have a little look at activities and see if there's any activity that we could do to raise our prestige a little bit. And then after we've done that, I'm going to put my bishop on and going to try and fabricate a claim. The reason is I want to know how much money I want to spend on my activities. So, let's have a look. So we obviously can't do a grand tournament. Way too expensive. We could go to university. I don't think that that's Otto's path in life. The reason I don't think it's Otto's path in life is because I don't think that we need more stats. I don't think that's Otto's issue. And that's really what university is going to give you. So I don't think we're worried about that. I also don't think we're worried about a piety and pilgrimage, so let's not worry about that. Funeral, again, not really something to worry about. So we're kind of in between feast and hunt. And both of them can give prestige. I think given we already have the hunter trait, it might be a good opportunity to try doing this. And maybe we can murder that Formbeck if we invite him. I think this would be okay. Now, it does suggest that you have a master of the hunt if you're going to do hunts, so let's put somebody in. Well, I think we're going to go with Mayor Wenzel because he's top of the list, and we like him. I don't need him to find me sightings of anything, which is fine. Yeah, I don't need him to find me any sightings. I just need him to exist. Right. And then we are going to hold our hunt. So, where are we? In here. Hunt. This is also going to lower our stress, which I think would be quite nice. To plan a hunt. We're just going to do a normal hunt. And apparently this is a good place to do it. It's forest terrain with no holding. Okay. That seems reasonable to me. I think we'll take a different route there, just so we take the route with slightly less stress. Cool. Apply. Let's see how much it's going to cost us here once we put some of these in. Am I going to increase my party size? I think so. Yeah, I think we'll increase it to max. We're after the prestige. Do I care about success chance? For 25 gold? Yeah, I think I care about success chance. I think that's fine. Although our goal might be to murder. But let's see. Let's see who we're inviting first. So, I'm open to inviting rivals. Yeah. And extended family. Let's see here. And court guests can come. So Otto's going to say no. Because he's in poor health. Okay. Let's go down the list. Heinrich would say yes. Aha. Fantastic. Okay. That's good. And then a bunch of other people are joining. Nobody's taking more than, like, what, 20 days? Oh, someone's taking 45 days. And that's Count Sigurd of Kaiserslautern. Okay. That's perfectly reasonable. Yeah. Apparently some will just decline because we've invited too many, but that's fine. I mean, we're only at 30 and I think the max is 20, it said. And a bunch are already going to decline anyway, so that's fine. And my goal is going to be to murder Heinrich. Let's do it. Start hunt. Isaac was recruited as our travel guide. Okay. And we're off. Alright, yeah, also we now have our money. Ooh, interesting. Duke Otto II is being attacked by Count Berthold of Innsbruck. Okay. So that's Innsbruck, Passau, and Frontenhausen who are in this one. Interesting. Huh. In the Liberty War. So what they're seeking to do is they're seeking to lower Crown Authority. So this is what Crown Authority level 2 does. This is what our liege has. So, bunch of negative opinion. and establish tributaries. Rulers can change between available partition succession laws. Titles can be revoked and vassals can be retracted. And this is level 1. So, bunch of opinion, but they basically, vassals can do what they like. Okay. Now we have an option here. We can either stay out of the war, or we can join the war. Now, staying out of the war is good and bad. It's good in that we don't get attacked directly, but bad in that they're still going to siege our land, because our land is part of the Duchy of Bavaria. And it's more specifically right next to both of these guys, so they're probably going to siege it. Joining the war is good because I think Otto would like it, but we're going to have to actively participate and move our army around. I kind of feel like I want to join this war. Can I join it? Yes. Fantastic. Now, the next question is, am I still going to hold my hunt? Yes, because I paid for it already. Which is not a great reason to join, to keep my hunt going, but I think it is my reason. Right, raise our troops. Gonna go speed 3 for now. Okay. We have our troops here. We could potentially just attack Frontenhausen immediately. I think so it would be about an even fight due to defending and river crossing. Ah. Okay. Our liege has raised his troops here. Now he appears to be going to Frontenhausen. Fantastic. We've arrived at camp. We're just waiting for people to arrive. I'm not going to worry about that. New martial lifestyle perk. Absolute control. Fantastic. We're going to take it. Well, I'm going to show you this. So, we have a look at our capital here. We have 100 control. And that gives us, some bonuses to... Well, basically, we don't get any negatives to levies and taxes. If I do absolute control, that now means that this changes to absolute, and I get 5% levies and 10% extra taxes. So it's not a huge boost, but it's quite nice, especially when you consider that that can apply to all your holdings to reach 100 control. So, yeah. Good. Ally has joined the war. Count Popo, or Popo. Okay. I think I'd love to fight you down here. They still get defending and river crossing? Wait, there's a river here? Wait, yeah. Oh, is that the river right there? That is the river. Okay. Head south. Oh, you're just going straight into attack? Okay. Or are you going into siege? Okay. So they're going to try and meet up with Innsbruck. We're going to head north with our liege. Okay. They're currently just going to go sit in the mountains, which is probably fine for us to attack. We're going to lose more troops than we'd be happy with, but it'll be fine. Also, I just realized the only person who can be in charge of it is my player heir, because everyone else is at the hunt. Alright. Well, that's fine. And we've joined the battle. Well, oh yeah, the positive is also that my liege will take control of the army here. So, yeah, we're not using my heir's terrible stats to actually lead this battle. But he is there, so that's cool. And let's go speed 4. Hunt good prospects. Okay, first of all, did the guy from Frontenhausen join? No. Well, I didn't think he I didn't think he would join because we're at war. But yeah. That's fine. I'm going to go very slow here. What do I want to hunt? I guess I probably want to hunt a roe. And then I want to switch our thing to slay beast instead. Cool. Right. Speed 4. Wonderful. So we have won that battle. And now we could go and siege Frontenhausen, I suppose. Yeah, let's go and do that. Illegal prey. Poachers, here in the Count's forests, they huddle together as I ride up with my guards, making a poor job of hiding the dead stag behind them. We did not do this, please have mercy, glorious Count. Their blades and bows belie their words. Okay, They will hang and their villages will pay, so we get punished poachers for 10 years. Okay. Seems to be excellent bowmen, so we lower our success chance, but we get poacher training, which is a bonus to prowess and hunter experience. The animal is mine, along with fines for their lives. Chance we get poaching outrage here. Or get out of Count Otto's woodlands. So what do we want out of this? So punish poachers. When this modifier is active, your hunt success chance will be slightly better in this county. It lowers popular opinion by 30, but I'm not that worried about that. Holding tax is 10%, I'm also not worried about. The increased chance of success is quite nice. Seems to be excellent bowman. I'm not too into this one, mainly because I don't want to decrease our current success chance. The animal is mine. We get out of the woodlands. The animal is mine's nice if we get the prestige, but it's only 42%, and I don't want to lower our prestige. I think I'm going to hang them. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. Cornering the row. My vassal, Mare Wenzel, is the first to spot its bounding legs. The prancing buck is hard to distinguish, but there's no doubt it's there, observing us through the leafy bushes. It locks eyes with me and, almost as though the animal senses my intent, suddenly takes off in a flash of sandy fur. So we can go for the perilous option. Steady. Or this way we head it off. I'm going to go and head it off. I want to succeed. Without dying. Caught in a trap. As Mayor Kuno and I pad on foot over some troublesome ground, I almost jump out of my skin at the sound of an almighty yelp. I turn to see my vassal's foot trapped in the mouth of a bear trap, poking menacingly from the briar. He howls in pain. My leg! Ugh, I didn't see the blasted thing. Ugh. Okay. We must press on, or we'll lose the row. So this is my vassal Mercuno of Frontenhausen. Or you can try and look for Heinrich, who is my physician. Yeah, I think we're going to stop here for our physician to help him. He botched the dressing. Wow. So, not great. Yeah. Although apparently that's still fine because he lost the wound and he still likes us better, but... Okay. Our plans were for naught. The beast sensed our trap by wind or connivance and refused to be led into our ambush by the flushers. At last it slipped their clutches entirely, disappearing from the woods. So we failed with a 54% chance, which is fair enough. We leave the adventure behind us. We lose a ton of stress though, in very, very small amounts of experience. And we got some prestige. So that's okay. Reduced our stress level. Do I want to be fabricating this claim on Frontenhausen? I kind of feel like I will, yeah. Let's do it anyway. I probably should have been doing it while I was at the hunt, but I got a little distracted by the war. Okay, 2 years on our siege, 8 months in theirs. Let's go speed 5. They might come and attack us, but as we noticed previously, there's a lot of rivers around here that they'd have to cross. Okay. Excommunication. King Salomon of Hungary has been excommunicated by the Pope, which is interesting because that's the war that the Holy Roman Emperor's in. Like, they're on Salomon's side. Ah. Okay. It's not great. I'm ill. Tutor has educated a child. Arrange betrothal. Okay, let's move this out of the way first. To the modest Otto, I propose a betrothal between my son Theogar and your niece Adelheid. Okay, so this is Metz, so they're over here. So, Theogar and Adelheid. It's not a terrible match, I suppose. Yeah, Metz is reasonably powerful-ish comparative to us. Yeah, I think this is fine. They came to us, I'll accept it. Right. Counter peasant, high or low, it does not matter. In the end, we are all mortal. I was reminded of this as I woke coughing in the early morning hours, a dull ache pounding through my head and throat. My body is racked by shivers and weakness, my head leaking from every orifice. Ugh. I heard that wheezing from across the court, my lord. Heinrich, my physician, pokes his head into my chamber. Should you require it, I know a fair number of suitable remedies. So this is what I meant by the 50-year thing. And the fact that if you have no positive or negative health modifiers, around the age 50 is when you need to be worried about dying. Because look at us now, we're 45, and one, the illness has put us into poor health, right? We are much closer to death than we want to be, and this is just a random illness. So I'm not going to do this one. Too late for caution, because it's just ill. I'm not going to say leave me be, because why would I do that? I'm going to say do no more than is necessary. So low risks, and we're looking for symptom reduction. The steam rose from the cup as Heinrich stirred the green powder in it. He explained the healing properties of the herb at length before motioning for me to drink it. The root is in there too, he boastfully revealed. The bitter herb turned out to be just what I needed. For now, the worst of my symptoms are alleviated and the world seems a little brighter. This gives us a huge disease resistance boost, and we're back to fine. But, yeah, he could have botched it and then we would be dead. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't see that army until it was too late. We probably should have moved. Our liege has decided that we are not worth coming to join, which is fair enough. We lost 500 troops and they lost 50. Well, we're now retreating over to Ulm, and my liege is now losing a battle. Did we lose this war for our liege? Potentially, but at the same time, I would say it's just payback for all the times the AI made me lose wars. Ah, we're no longer ill. Fantastic. Oh, we have a new ally who's joined the war. Okay. Cool. So we should have, like, I was going to say, should have a couple of armies coming to join us at some point. I'd love to get back to Rothenburg so we can, or like back to our territory so we can reinforce a little bit. Yeah, oh, that's minus 100% because our liege was captured. So yes, we literally lost the war for our liege. That's good. Well, at least our land wasn't sieged. That was kind of my main issue I had. Right, liege was released. We lost the war led by Duke Otto II of Bavaria, which means that crown authority has gone down, which is fine for us. It's actually a benefit for us in the end. Yeah. But yeah, that's fine. It's not hugely problematic that we lost it because we didn't lose anything ourselves. But yeah, not great overall, but it's fine. Right. Let's chill. And yeah, I mean, our liege should still like us more because of it, right? Nope. Doesn't care that we joined this war. Fair enough, fair enough. Alright then. I was appointed Master of the Hunt, though, which in my headcanon I'm going to say is because we, like, it's because he likes us, but in reality it probably isn't. Alright, there we go. There's my salary for being Master of the Hunt. That's where we see our bonuses. Ah, fantastic. We were looking for this previously. But yeah, cool. Some nice bonuses for us. So, yeah, good. And claim. See it done. So we now have a claim on Frontenhausen. Okay. So this claim on Frontenhausen, let me just see how much it would cost us to clear it. So we would take a 50 fame penalty, which is otherwise known as nothing. So actually we don't need the prestige, because we're just going to take the fame penalty. Yeah. They have one ally, which is Innsbruck, so I know they just won against us, but I bet we could call in Bohemia. No, Bohemia are currently attacking King Salomon of Hungary. In somebody's claim for the Kingdom of Hungary. So for Bohemia's sons, claim on the Kingdom of Hungary. Oh, okay. So for our cousin once removed, claim on Hungary? Okay, cool. Well, I'm not going to interrupt that. I might watch it, but I'm not going to interrupt it. Let's just, where are we? So where's your son whose thing you're pressing this for? This guy. Okay. Just keep him selected there. Okay. And then I guess we're just going to chill. Maybe I'll marry off a few of our courtiers, because that's something that we can do while we wait. So this one is court. Not a ruler. Is an adult. Is unmarried. There we go. So it's just Guntbert that needs to remarry. And he was the one who was married to Hildegard, who was murdered. Fair enough. So we actually only have to marry one person off. Alright. Well, who are we looking to marry Guntbert? I'm looking for somebody who is within 10 years of his age. Who is, well, they will have to be an adult because they're within 10 years of his age. Let's say we're looking for somebody who's Catholic. Maybe somebody who is of Central Germanic heritage. Okay. Who's not a ruler. There was no rulers who were there anyway. Who are not my dynasty. Okay. And then, let's say, have an inheritable trait. 9 options. Okay. Seeing what we have available here. I think you're going to marry Tuta. Wonderful. Seems good to me. Right. Well, I thought we might have more people to marry off, but that's okay. So, Kaiser Heinrich is now being attacked by Duchess Matilda for an independence war. Oh. That's interesting. So this is Tuscany, Lombardy, Provence, Lyon, and this random dude. And the defenders are the Holy Roman Emperor and Hungary. Ah. Okay. So are they going to win it? They have just a small number less troops, but remember the Holy Roman Emperor was in a war. Well, he was in a war defending Hungary, but actually that appears to be over now. Interesting. Hungary, though, is still in its other war. It's interesting they haven't called the Holy Roman... I guess they can't call them in against Bohemia because Bohemia is the vassal of the Holy Roman Empire. Alright, yeah. Is Bohemia going to win this, by the way? Oh, it looks like they're definitely going to win this. Oh, cool. Okay, neat. The tide of battle. I've seen how it happens, that slight lull in the middle of combat. The brief moment when neither side is pressing into the fray, and the melee breaks like waves parting around a rock. So I can be reckless, or I can be a raider. Well, raider is useless to us, so I say in this one, even though being reckless is not necessarily part of our character's personality, it is at least a useful thing. Now, reckless used to be a commander trait that didn't seem that good, but because I think it used to be that it lowered the minimum battle roll and it raised the maximum by the same amount. But over the years, it's got better and better, because even at the first level here, right, it always gives you, on average, a better battle roll. If you keep looking at it as it goes up. So, actually, level 1 appears to be exactly the same as level 2. Or, wait, no, these might be... Oh, these are additive, I forgot. So, yeah, it's going to add another one, so it's going to, again, increase the average. And then, yes, okay, this was it. At level 2, it's only positive. And then at level 3, it's even more positive, right? So, previous levels also apply. Yeah, that's the bit I was missing here. So, at level 3, you have your plus 3 to start with, plus another plus 3, so that's 6, 9... 12. So you have plus 12 here to your battle roll in combat. Basically, every round in combat, every round, which is a set number of days, I think, and it basically then there'll be a roll, and then this adds to your roll, and then the roll determines how good you did. I think your advantage is then added to that. I might be wrong, but anyway. So that's plus 12. And then you get, for that, you also get a minus 4 on the lower side, right? So your average is obviously much higher. You could get a much worse roll, but anyway. Yeah, basically Reckless is now just straight up good if you keep at it and get the experience in it. Okay. How's Bohemia's war going? I guess I should be looking at you. Plus 42%. Okay, cool. Yeah. I'm trying to think of whether I could attack these guys without it. I think the problem is that Innsbruck is too strong. Yeah, I need somebody to help me here. So, unfortunately, I don't think we can do that. Overseer. So we get Martial, Stewardship, Control Growth, and Plague Resistance. Very nice trait. Now, if we have a look at this, this should now be, yeah, increasing the control on these ones significantly quicker. So that's going up by 1.26. And this one's going up by 2.9 every single month. So yeah, that is now significantly quicker, which is good. Okay. Yeah, pretty much just nothing bad about that. Do I want to stay in Marshall or do I want to pivot? Staying in Marshall, let's look at positives and negatives. If we stay in Marshall, we could go down Strategist, which would reduce the cost of our casus belli, which is our reasons to declare war. I don't think that's needed. And then all of these are buffs for being at war, which I don't think we need, because currently our strategy is use Bohemia. Gallant, we got marriage acceptance. Do we need anything else here? I don't really need the loyalty and respect bonus. I don't really need the knights bonus. I don't need the peace acceptance, and I don't need this at the end. And I don't need the attraction bonus anymore either. So I think it's time to switch. What are we switching to? Well, we could go diplomacy. This one, I don't think gives us a ton. Yeah, like none of this is particularly useful to us. This is all... Well, thoughtful is pretty useful because it gives you extra opinion from send gift, but we don't have any money. As in, like, we don't have enough money to fund this, basically. And the rest of it's like negotiations for alliances and some other bits in there, which we don't need, or forced vassalage, which doesn't apply to us currently. This is about getting prestige in August. I don't think we need necessarily to get prestige in this way, and the best thing in August is True Ruler, which allows you to increase the chance that people will accept being your vassal, which doesn't apply to us. Then Family Hierarch makes it so that your family likes you better a lot of the time, and then this side's friends. So like one side's friends, one side's family. The good thing in here is Groom to Rule. This applies to adult children as well, and immediately gives them 1 to 3 skill points. This would be the only reason to take diplomacy, is to get Groom to Rule, I think. Yeah, I think so. Each living child giving you a skill point is nice as well, but again, skills points aren't really what we need, which we said when talking about university. Stewardship. Stewardship's just generally the best neutral option because it gets you money, right? Like, this one is all about getting money. This one's about building, which we don't have enough money to really support right now. And then this one, it would be fine if we wanted to get a claim, if we wanted to claim our liege's throne. But if we're not actively planning to overtake our liege, the rest of it's not that useful to us, because it's more useful if you are in charge of vassals rather than being a vassal yourself. Okay. Intrigue lifestyle. First one's okay if we want to do more schemes. I don't think we have a ton of schemes to do. Middle one is only if you want to do seduction, which doesn't apply to us at all. And then torturer, it's not really our character, we'd be too stressed doing that. So that's fine. Here, learning lifestyle, whole of body is if we want to live longer, which I don't think we necessarily want to, unless our plan is to outlive all of our children, which I don't think it is. I don't think Otto's good enough for that. Scholar is all about development. Yeah, it's got lots of development, lots of learning bonuses, cultural fascination. Yeah, I don't think any of this is stuff that we really care about, at least right now. None of this is relevant to us, and then this is the same for religion, which I don't think really applies to us. And then we have wandering. Now, wandering is one that I've spent a lot less time with because it is newer, but this one could be alright. We could inspect our domain, which gives you bonuses to individual bits of land. The problem with this is that we're not going to be able to keep all of the land that we have currently, so yes, it's not gonna... Yeah, I don't think that this is going to be fantastic. I mean, the domain limit's okay on this bit here, but yeah. Wayfarer. It's just about legend spread chance. Children have a chance to gain prowess and traveler trait. I'm going to figure out what this one's mostly about. I don't really know on this one. I don't know why you would take it necessarily. I mean, it seems fun. Like, a lot of this stuff in here seems fine. You get the hike activity, which is quite nice for lowering your stress, but yeah, I don't think we really need that. I guess it's about fame. Yeah, fame and legend spread. Yeah, I guess it's got some stuff in there. And then Voyager. This is if you want to travel to see monuments and things. Yeah, so this is kind of like you're going to keep traveling to more and more interesting places. Which again is cool, but we're not like really traveling that far. So I don't think we need this. I don't think we need this. I don't think we need this. So I think it's a toss-up between do we want the money from Stewardship or do we want Groom to Rule? I think we want Groom to Rule. I think I want my next character to be a little bit better. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to grab the prestige per month on it. Yeah, and then once we get here, we can think about switching off of this. So next perk is in 3 years. So in 6 years, we'll have Groom to Rule, and then we'll also be able to switch. So I think that seems reasonable. Yeah. I should remember, we have our aged cheese, and we do have an event for that where we could eat our cheese. I'm not going to do that right now, but if we ever get really stressed, you know, the cheese is always there. Right. I just noticed our Kaiserslautern person's about to die. Alright. Cool. Master of the Hunt position was revoked. That's mean. I guess it's because our martial dropped. Actually, our martial didn't drop. Yeah, because we didn't have any martial from our martial lifestyle, right? No, our prowess dropped. I wonder if that affects it. Anyway. I have a new niece called Walpurga. Okay. Awesome. How's your war going, Vratislav? It's going well, although Vratislav himself is a little bit low on health. That's unfortunate, because our alliance with him is not via marriage, it's negotiated. So the moment that he dies, our alliance with Bohemia is gone. Okay. Well, it's not ideal, but there's not a lot we can do about it. Babenberg feud ends. Okay, so they ended the feud with House Formback. We got capable family for 25 years, which is prestige and dread, because we won. Fantastic. Okay. A wife falls pregnant? What? Okay, so I think this is the last year that she could have fallen pregnant. If this is a son, we have many, like, issues, because that means even if we get to 5 holdings, we still don't get any land on succession, but yeah, wild. I mean, that's 20 years after the previous child. My daughter-in-law has given birth to 2 sons. Oh, this is Arnold's children. I call you Ludolf and Arnold. Sure, why not? So, oh, one of them's intelligent, the other is quick. That's actually really good. Yeah, that's a good collection of traits. Otto is being attacked by Heinrich. Why? War against the tyranny. Ah, so that probably means that Otto just tried to revoke some land from Heinrich due to him being excommunicated. Is that right? Well, yeah, so if he enforces demands, he concedes the imprisonment reason. So yeah, he just tried to imprison Heinrich. So we could use this opportunity to declare our own war for claims. Except I can. Oh, because your liege is already fighting. Okay. That's unfortunate, because that could mean that our liege is just going to revoke his title. Although our liege can't revoke his title, because Crown Authority. Yeah, because Crown Authority is not level 2. So I guess it would be imprison and execute, maybe? At which point Wolfram would take over, and then he'd have no alliance with Innsbruck. Although you have no alliance with Innsbruck currently. Oh, I missed that. Okay. My Master of the Hunt, Wenzel, is dead. Wenzel had no children, so Wenzel is removed from the list. Alright. Cool. We need a new Spy Master. I mean, it's not going to be you, but you're really good at Stewardship. Kuno, would you be a Spy Master? Yeah. In fact, he's the best person at being a Spy Master. And then I can put this powerful vassal who's got 21 Stewardship into the Stewardship position. That seems like a much improved situation, really. Okay. Tutor educates child. Our liege is about to win against Frontenhausen. We have a 5th son. Our 5th son is going to be called Bruno. And unfortunately, that now means that we have an issue. In that, if we get 5 holdings underneath us, it will be split between our 5 children. So yes, there is no way outside of us becoming a duke for us to hold on to any of the land we've got on this character's in this character's lifetime. All right, that's good. There's a peasants' revolt against our liege, and Munchen now has absolute control, so we're getting even more money from that. We're now making 6.2 a month. That's not bad. That is very, very reasonable. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so they have... Yeah, so my neighbor has lost their war. Frontenhausen has no allies. I'm going to use this opportunity to declare a war. Yep, we're going straight for it. Why? Because the land has just been sieged, which means that it should be easier for us to siege it. Yeah, because it's got no garrison. We're defeating their army. Am I leading the army? I believe I am, yes. We've defeated their army, and now in 11 months we'll get that siege done. We had to declare the war right then, because if we didn't declare the war right then they were going to get time to power up again. So we had to do it. Okay. Heinrich IX, I'm thinking he might get executed, but our war shouldn't get invalidated because we are pressing our claim. So this is Bernard's son, called Bernard. That seems like a good name. Okay, there you go. So he just got executed. So Duke Otto of Bavaria got executed, which now means that Wolfram of Frontenhausen is now in charge of the war. Cool. Well, I'm going to win the siege and win the war. Oh, Heinrich. Okay, Heinrich's boils. That's up here. Okay, it's not coming down to us. Our prisoner, Tassilo, died. Well, I mean, he did murder someone, didn't he? So, that explains why he's there. And yeah, this is continuing to spread. So now we're out of prisoners. Cool. Well, yes, we're going to take Frontenhausen. Captured him. Now, what we should do is, because we hold all of their land, we should ransom him back for 5 gold. Is what we're going to do. Because that he actually only paid us 3. He paid us everything he had. Because we still have 100% war score, I can't get anything for you. So I'm going to enforce our demands. That gets us the county and the city. Wonderful. Right. To the rattling Otto, may wisdom ever elude you. You are a much greater foe than I imagined. In order to put an end to this bloodshed, I will comply with your demands. Wonderful. So we now have Frontenhausen, and that is great. Now, Frontenhausen is a nice holding. It's got a lot of potential for expansion. There is an argument that we should make that our capital. Yeah. There is an argument. I guess we probably want to increase control first in it, though. If I wait 2 seconds, then it will say... Yeah. Now I can increase control. Be 5 years of them increasing control. I have a better marshal. I know Heinrich, my nephew, has been doing it for a while, but is there someone better? Yes. Yes, there is. So we've replaced him. We have a powerful vassal who is good at the job, and he'll do it a year quicker. Perfect. Okay. So, that's pretty good. One more piece of land. We have a little bit of money now. We could think about upgrading some of our holdings. That's why I was saying we should probably figure out whether we're keeping Rothenburg or Frontenhausen. Because if we're keeping Rothenburg, then we probably want to upgrade it now. If we're keeping Frontenhausen, we probably want to save up to construct new holdings. Because the benefit of Frontenhausen is that you could have 2 castles. So you want to save up for a temple and then save up for a castle here. Which is quite a lot of money, but that could be worth it. Because then... I think even under partition, you would get to keep both of them, right? I think you would get to keep both castle holdings. Yeah. That might be good. I'm going to wait for control to get maxed out there anyway, because there's no reason to rush into it now. Adelheid von Babenberg is returned from Kaiserslauten's court. Okay. And she is now married to Theogar. Right. Awesome. I need a guardian for my nephew. Do I have a tutor? I do. Okay. But apparently I still need a guardian for my nephew. Or should put some in. think it's just telling us it because he's our heir. Yeah, Otto von Babenberg. Well, I could send you to Count Sigurd, the Depraved of Kaiserslautern, I suppose. He is about to die, though. And if his children quick, yeah, I might send my son over to France here. So I'm going to offer you a reward. I'm going to send sort by age. There we go. So why is Kuno not getting... So Kuno is Heinrich's son. Okay, so who's he being educated by? Nobody. Okay. Cool. I'm going to send Otto von Babenberg over to be educated by Franz. And you'd say yes to that. Fantastic. Okay. Wonderful. And then, I'm also going to send, if you'll have him, Kuno von Babenberg over to be educated by, it's kind of hoping by Franz. Apparently I can't suggest that, though. What if I did it the other way around? What if I went to you? Wait, yeah, then into you. Oh, she's in my court. Oh, that's why I can't do it from him. I forgot. Well, that's where our alliance comes from. Yeah, you're just going to educate your son, Kuno. There we go. Maybe once my tutor dies, I might just replace her with that person. Although she's already quick, so I guess sending him away doesn't really do too much. But anyway. The independence war is about to be won by the people who want to be independent. So Tuscany, Lombardy, and Provence and Lyon are now all independent. As is Genoa as well. I didn't even realize we was in the war. Yeah, so we're now technically at the edge of the Holy Roman Empire. Okay, cool. How much is this going up by? 2.23. Hey, level of devotion just went up. We're now faithful, so same faith clergy opinion is now up. This guy still doesn't like me enough to pay me any taxes. He's almost there, though. He's almost there. Like, one more tick along reign and he's there. I was wondering if it's worth paying for a seneschal to increase control here. What are we paying? A 0.31? I think it might be. Yeah. I think it might be in this situation. I'm going to put Walpurga in charge of this. There we go. Right. Do I want to do anything else? I guess increasing the aptitude of other court positions is fine, but really what I wanted to do is manage domain. Further increase control growth. This is now going up by 2.35 per month. So, it's going to get us more and more. That's good. Yep. Franz is now educating my son. That's fantastic. Bratislav is about to win his war. I no longer... Well, I do kind of care about you, but I don't care about you in the same way, because you're no longer relevant to whether or not I can declare war on Frontenhausen, because we had a better opportunity. My hook on Kuno has expired. I still know that he, schemed against me, but don't need to do anything with that. Okay. How much do I need for a temple here? I need 400. Okay. I think we'll save up 400 for a temple. That seems reasonable. Let's go fast speed. Duke Otto has died. He died of old age. New person in charge is Duke Heinrich the Ninth of Nordheim. And he is kind of neutral with me. We're both content. We're both hunters. Yeah, okay. He's kind of happy. He likes that we speak his language. He doesn't like I murdered people, but... No, that's okay. He passed limited crown authority. So he's now saying that we can revoke titles. However, he's not going to revoke ours because he just offered us the position of Marshal of Moravia, which is great. So that now gives us the bonuses for being Marshal, which are Prowess, Army Gold Maintenance down, Levy size increase, and monthly Martial lifestyle experience, which doesn't matter because we're not in monthly, or we're not in Martial lifestyle, but that's okay. Oh, also, Bavaria just lost land. Wait a second. Augsburg's independent. Yeah. Wait a second. Is that because Augsburg got split in two? Yes. So they just got... So I was talking about Confederate partition. This just happened to them. So he lost his land. So our current liege holds this land, right? Of Moravia. But his father also held enough land to create the Duchy of Augsburg. So this land here. And he also held enough for the Duchy of Tyrol, which means all that land is split off. So actually now, if we look at this, we control nearly all the land in our liege's title. We're almost as strong as they are. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Possibilities are opening up in front of me, because now we could definitely push for our, for us to be in charge of this realm. Now, against my liege, I don't currently have a way to get a, to get us in charge, but maybe I want to start claiming my liege's title. If you control a percentage of the counties that are de jure to one of your liege's titles, you can spend prestige to get an unpressed claim upon it. How much prestige? 1,500! That's quite a lot, really. I would love a claim, though. I wonder if I can ask the Pope for a claim. Pope's not really into it. He doesn't actually like us. Yeah, and I'm a murderer. Yeah, they keep bringing that up. Okay. But we now have a path. I'm going to take Heart of the Family here. Close family opinion. I'm only taking it because we're going Groom to rule next. So we're kind of locked in on that one. We now have a path to taking our liege's title. What we need to do is we need to get our prestige up to 1,500 and then get the claim. At which point, if we break free from our liege, like, a lot of their strength comes from us being their vassal. So if we could break free, call in a couple of allies, all of a sudden, they're not looking so hot. Our allies still exist, right? I go and have a look at our character. Yeah, like, we still have Kaiserslautern, Bohemia, Nassau, Kempten over here. Yeah, okay. Although, what's interesting is that he's lost some land because of how Confederate partition works. So, he used to hold Augsburg, right, as like his main title. But now Duke Siegfried holds Augsburg. The reason why it works that way is because what it does, if I go to Otto here, is Otto held all of... Like, he held all of this land, right? But when it's split into pieces, this guy, he got all of the land in Bavaria. That's absolutely fine. This guy, he got all of the land in Augsburg, but all of the land in Augsburg did not include any actual land, as in it didn't hold any land that this guy had, because if we have a look at the titles he held, right, he only held land in Bavaria. So what it does is it gives him the duchy title and it says, oh, okay, you also need to have a county title, as you have to have a county title to hold a duchy title. So it just gives him one. So it gave him Augsburg, so it took it away from the previous count of Augsburg. And it will have done the same thing down here. So like this guy, yeah, he now holds Innsbruck because he got the Duchy of Tyrol and it just gave him Innsbruck. Which is a little odd. It's a little unfair to the vassals, but I mean, I guess that's the system, right? But yeah, okay. I think we have a goal for next time. Raise our prestige to 1,500. So, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.